Well, everybody, we had a catastrophe yesterday. Not a bad one. I caught it. But I'll show you one of my problems with the mill, and I'm going to fix it here today. I'll bring you along. The way this log turner works, it rolls on these old Jeep rims, as you can see, and it normally works slick on the whistle. But once in a while, on the back side, it'll catch the carriage right there. And as you can see by looking down that track, we are just sitting there precariously on the top of that edge. You know, it's about ready to fall off. I caught it, and I was lucky to catch it because I have picked that carriage up with a tractor. It's quite a job. You have to get the tractor over there, sling the log, pick the log out from the back side because the brow's in front, and then you got to grab onto the carriage and pick it up. And it's quite a job. It's heavy. You know, I don't know if that carriage is real heavy. It's probably a couple 100 pounds, but it's enough that I don't want to thrash around with it. So anyway, yesterday when I had that little accident, or almost accident, I went and I cut me 2 pieces of 1.5-inch box tubing, about 8-9 inches long. And we got to get our battery here. Of course, just as soon as I started to drill the hole, about 15 seconds into it, battery was dead, because I had been, well, I built that cemetery vault, drove all them screws, took it all apart, and I never charged it. I never thought of it. That's the only problem with this battery drills and stuff, is I never store the battery on anything. I run it till it runs dead, and then it's like, oh, take 5, go plug it in. I don't have 2 batteries, they're expensive. So I just go on to something else. You know, my life isn't rotating around with something like this, so there's enough different things on the farm that, yeah, I just go to something different. But anyway, you hang on a minute here and I'll bring you right back. There's one. There's that. Now just line up my hole. I'll go right there. Oh, that walks right off. Mosquitoes are coming out anyway. So, now the big test. Wow. Maybe I didn't need that much. We'll take that right out. Put a shot of bolts in and try something different here. That's better. That'll suck that back. I gotta go get the bolts. They're on the wood stove in the house. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the log turned. You can see the dark mark there where it was catching on the carriage. Of course, we're done with these. Our tape is all gone. Now, see, that is where it needs a spacer. And I thought it needed that 1/2-inch spacer. I'm going to put it back in to see how it clears, because right now we're actually sitting right against it. But yeah, we'll change that out and see where we end up. But at least it pulled it back onto the tracks anyway, so I didn't lose it. And all you people that have these things know, if you've got the old round track like I do, that's a son of a gun when that drops down through. Yep, lost that. Well, let's see what we can do here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Now that gives us about an 1/8 inch clearance. So I think we're going to be good. Maybe if it's got more than that, it's got 1/4 of an inch. But that's what I've ended up with. I don't think it's too awful bad. I'm hoping that that'll stop it. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you with drilling the other 2 holes. I'm going to do one more set right here. I'm doing them right behind the actual rack here. So I'll put one more on down here. I'll bring you back in a minute. Whoop. Well, everybody, got the second one on. It got a little bit of clearance there, maybe an 1/8. The other one's got a little more. Carriage might be setting a little wonky. I'm not really sure what the deal is. I get about a 1/16 inch taper on the last piece of wood, maybe an 1/8 sometimes, so might have something to do with that. So anyway, pick up our tools. We're going to start the old John Deere up here in a minute, and we'll see how she goes. But this is a nice log here. I'm going to shut you off a minute while I get stuff set up. We got the carriage fixed. Got 2 uprights on it. So, you know, a little thing here, and there's other guys out there I'm sure that know this, but these old A's, they turn over hard, and you turn the fuel on them. Of course, you know, normal routine. Always make sure that clutch is out. If you, how to explain this here, you got to find, okay, that right there is compression on number 1, or the left hand cylinder. So you just go up to there, back it up. You don't have to go over compression. Put your choke on full, walk it ahead. Now if it's in the middle of winter and you have to choke it twice, you don't go over compression. You just take your choke off, back it up, put the choke back on, come ahead and repeat it. And every time you do that, you'll get another choke. And I've seen a lot of people, you know, they choke them and they crank them over and over compression. A lot of work you don't have to do, especially if it's really cold. This should go right there this morning. I got it on about half choke. We'll see there how successful we are. Whoop, didn't do it. I don't have the compression release off on the other side because this tractor always blows a little oil out. We'll choke it one time. Always blows oil out on the belt. So I don't really like that. Oh. She's close. She should go next time, I hope. No. She's being a bear this morning. It's going to be a nice piece of wood. think that was better. Anyway, ain't much to it. Couple of beat belts. The reason my carriage feeds so slow is our drive pulley right here is only a 6. And that down there is a 10. And they're supposed to be 2 8s. Somebody before me had geared it down, probably for hardwood. So my machine runs a little slower than most. Sometimes it might be a good thing, because, you know, once you get 13, 14 inches of wood being cut, about all the John Deere wants. So anyway, yeah, we just got to edge them now, and that's pretty boring stuff. So I'm gonna let you go. I hope you enjoyed. That's probably not the biggest log I've ever sawed, but it's too big. I don't like them that big, but it was about 2 inches too small to make clapboards out of, which I was hoping I was going to do, but I got measuring it, and I need 17 inches, and that was about 18 on the small end. You know, by the time you have the crook in the tree and everything, it just wasn't enough there. If I'd had 2 inches more, I'd have made clapboards out of it, because it was a good clear log, as far as clapboards would be concerned. So anyway, hope you folks enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next time. See that little white guy right there? That's your nemesis when it comes to pine. I didn't actually expect there to be stuff that big. This piece here I just pulled off of that. You can see what I've been eating in there, in the cambium layer. That right there's a cambium layer. And there's one here just crawling out. He's actually starting to get into the wood. Now, if these guys have moisture, he might not be in the wood quite yet, but he's getting close. That's a cambium layer right there. And I'll tell you, if you leave them in there, it's like I said before, they will ruin your wood. I'll make darn sure there's none of them in there. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to show you that. Okay, we'll talk to you later.